Hey everyone, welcome to this short tutorial on finding our least or lowest common multiple using the skip counting method. So you might find this method to be a little more natural, a little more familiar. So what we are going to do is we're going to try to find a number that we're going to find in our skip counting lists that's going to be in common between our two numbers of concern. So here we're thinking about our number 3 and the number 4. So first what we have to do is write out a list of skip counting. And I'm going to recommend when you do your skip counting to do 10 numbers. I'm going to write skip count to 10. You may have to go further, but for the sake of this exercise, I think it's good to see the whole number line drawn out. So that's a good number to shoot for. If you are familiar with the numbers multiples quite well, you might just kind of spot one before 10. So you can stop once you find it, but good practice to start with 10. So, let's draw out our list when we skip count by 3. So we have 3 because 3 times 1 is 3. We have 6 because 3 times 2 is 6. We have 9 because 3 times 3 is 9. We have 12 because 3 times 4 is 12. And you get the whole algorithm here. So I'm just going to keep going. 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24, etc. So that's how you do some skip counting. Once I get up to 30, I'm going to stop because that's 10 numbers. Hopefully we find our solution up to 10 numbers, but we'll see. I'm going to do 4 in a different color. I've got this beautiful magenta here. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to skip count all the way up to 10 places in. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. Great. Okay, so that's also 10 numbers in. So our next step, we need to scan our list. Let me write that in green here. We need to scan our lists for a common multiple. Because that's what we're doing. We're looking for a common multiple. We have a list of multiples of 3 and a list of multiples of 4. So we're looking for a common multiple. Okay. All right, so I'm going to basically just scan up and down and have a look. Okay, 3 and 4 don't match. 6 and 8 don't match. 9 and 12. 12 and, oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to circle it in red so it really stands out. I've got 12 on my list with 3 and 12 on my list of 4s. Okay, so 12 falls as a multiple of 3 and as a multiple of 4. But let's keep going for formality's sake. I'm just going to be scanning. Oh, look at that. 24. 24 is also a multiple of 3 and a multiple of 4. Oops, I'm going to do that circle a little bit better here. 24. There. So we can keep going, but what we're concerned with finding here is our least or lowest common multiple. These lists would stretch on forever, right? All the way up to, well, you will never reach infinity, but these lists will go on and on and on into the millions and trillions, and there's going to be so many common multiples between 3 and 4. But what we're concerned with mostly here is our least common multiple. And in this case, because it is closest to 0 for each list, our lowest common multiple or least common multiple, those terms are interchangeable, is going to be 12. And we've showed it by using our skip counting list here. So to finish off, I'm going to write in blue ink. So therefore, our lowest or least common multiple. It's denoted as LCM. You can see in the title of the document here. Our lowest common multiple, our first number is 3, second number is 4, is equal to 12. And we're done. So we found our least common multiple using the skip counting method. Let's try another example. Okay. So I'm going to give the same advice. Let's do skip count 10 times for each number. I'm just going to abbreviate numbers. Sorry, I'm getting to the end of my page there. So let's do 5 in this lovely shade of blue here. So skip counting by 5s. I hope this is nice and easy for you. I like skip counting by 5s. Got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, whoops, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Okay, I know I can stop at 50 because 5 times 10 equals 50. So we're going to do 10 just to really illustrate the answer. You'll find as you get more fluent with these problems, you may not even need to go to 10. It's good to see everything play out. So let's do 8, number 8 in green. All right, let's skip count by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, and last but not least, 80. I know I can stop here because 8 times 10 equals 80. Okay, so similar to our problem above, we're just going to scan both lists and we're going to look for a common multiple. So the nice thing about 5 is if you're familiar with your divisibility rules of 5, you're going to know that a number on this list has to match up with a number with a 0 or a 5 in the ones place, because we don't see anything on this list that isn't either a 5 in the ones place or a 0. So let's just, knowing that knowledge, let's just go down to the 8s and see if we have any multiples of 5. Oh, okay, we've got 40. We can find 40 up here. If we keep scanning this list, we will find that 80 is also a multiple of 5 because it has that 0 in the ones place. But we stopped after 10. If we kept going all the way over to the end of the page here, we would eventually find that 80 is also a common multiple between 5 and 8. But when we're finding these LCMs or these least common multiples, we're concerned with the one that's closest to the start of the number line or 0. So perfect. We have found that 40 is our lowest common multiple of 5 and 8. So we're going to write it as LCM bracket 5, 8 equals 40. And we're done.